and welcome to another edition of What's the Story here on the People Chronicles. My name is Jo Painter, and we have a whole lot of fun exploring different people and different events here in this community, Berks County. It is very good to have you along, and make sure you check out all of our programs on the People Chronicles. So, did you ever see one of these? Operation Renovation. I thought, what is that all about? It's a veterans affair. And so we invited to the program today Alice Moyer. Alice is the executive director of Little Acts of Love and Truth in Broadcasting, my former classmate.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Good to see you
really
too,
good
Jo.
to see you. So you're the co-founder of Little Acts of Love.
Yes, I am.
What is it?
Little Acts of Love provides simple home repairs to the elderly, disabled, and low-income homeowners in Berks County. We primarily focus on Reading, but we do serve other areas. We do our work through volunteers, and all of our materials are funded through donations and the groups that come to work with us.
So let me get this straight. The back porch has a hole in it. Little Acts of Love is an organization that, if all of the right criteria is met, you will come in and fix that.
To the best of our abilities. It may not be done like, a contractor's work, because we are not contractors by any means, but that hole will certainly disappear before our work is done.
What other types of work have you been called on to do?
Well, we had a woman last summer who had major holes in her kitchen floor. And
So I wasn't off base.
no,
with
you
the
weren't
hole in
off
the floor.
base. She had major holes in her kitchen floor. And we had a group of youth from one of the churches downtown that came out and worked with us for several days, tore out the floor and put new subfloor down and laid some tiles down for her so that she can go through her house without tripping over them. We had a woman that we worked up in the Bethel area who had some difficulties walking and wasn't able to get out of her house. So we built a 54-foot ramp
How cool is that?
for her so she can get out of her home. And we made sure we kept it at a standard height. Her home was a trailer, and they're talking about replacing it, which it does need to have done, but at least this way she'll have a solid way to get in and out without falling, because she had several surgeries lined up yet that needed to be done because of some other accidents she had been involved with, and she'll at least be able to come home to help care for her daughter who's at home with her yet.
Which is a very, very cool thing. Now, did you say a youth came in and fixed the hole in the floor?
We had a team from Hope of the Nations Church. We had a team of 23 kids show up. We weren't supposed to have that many, but they came. And within 2 days, we fixed that floor up. And it was more than just one room. It was a kitchen, it was a laundry room, and a little powder room that she had that was pretty well damaged. And they did it in a couple of days, and it came out really nice.
Kids today. You hear that a lot.
Kids do good things.
Today do some pretty cool things. So, also with us in the studio is Kelly Coates. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
You're with Neighborhood Housing Services, and you are the Director of Neighborhood Building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What's neighborhood building?
Just what it sounds like, building up the neighborhoods
Building up the neighborhoods in a whole host of ways?
in a whole host of ways with many different avenues to take.
Mm-hmm.
So that includes community groups, doing projects out in the community, and just overall, basically everything that deals with the community.
So, neighborhood building, the director of that. If you need any issues like that, you're going to want to reach out to Kelly Coates. And I understand you're going to be a point person on this project called Operation Renovation. If you get that in the mail, it is not junk mail. It is vital information. So make sure you hang on to that. What is your phone number?
610-372-8433.
And you brought Ron Miller with you. Hi, Ron. All the way down there. How you doing down there?
I'm doing fine.
You are the executive director of NHS?
I am.
Is this an organization specifically or exclusive to Berks County, or is it nationwide with the Berks County chapter?
We are unique to Berks County, but we are an affiliate with NeighborWorks America, and there's about 245 similar organizations. There's 6 other ones operating in Pennsylvania.
How long has this been in Berks County?
37 years. 1977, we were incorporated. We were the 27th in the entire national network out of the 245 today.
Well,
So
welcome.
we've been on the ground floor.
Yeah, you have. And here on What's the Story, and a vital organization in Berks County, so thank you for that. And then there's the next big question. So you're all about building up the neighborhood or building in the neighborhood. Alice, you're Little Acts of Love. What are you two guys doing together? What's going on?
Well, we, through the neighborhood building efforts of NHS, we've operated a program called Operation Facelift for about 26 years or so.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and we used to get 200, 250 corporate volunteers, including bank presidents, out for an entire weekend to paint homes in a 3 or 4 block area. But over the years, it's kind of got tired. We needed to do something different. And Kelly came up with this idea to have some kind of a veterans related project. And since we know how to do volunteer home repairs over a weekend, we kind of put the two ideas together and came up with Operation Renovation, a Veterans Affair.
So Kelly, this is your idea.
Yes, this is my little baby.
Okay, tell me how this is going to unfold. What do you need first to happen?
Well, first off, I need people to fill out your applications and hand them in. Secondly, I will call you, once the applications are in, I will call you and set up an appointment for me to come out with someone to help site survey. Site surveying is going through the house and just taking a look at all the minor repairs that need to be done, the painting and everything else. And then we'll bring that back, and then we'll buy the materials, and then it'll be project day.
When is Project Day?
Project day starts on the 6th of July to the 11th. It says the 5th, but that's when the group is coming in. So we'll entertain the group. Well, it starts the 6th. So Monday we'll start and we'll work through the week. Some projects will be week-long projects. Some projects will be just done on Saturday.
How did you find out about Alice and Little Acts of Love?
Wow, Alice, I came across Alice, I think we kind of stumbled upon each other a couple of years ago. We were working on an Operation Facelift project, and I had called Alice in to help me do a project over on North 2nd Street. And that's how I think we got connected.
So you knew she was the labor force through volunteers.
I didn't know exactly what Little Acts of Love was until I met Alice, and then we just kind of talked and just found out, and then we made that connection, and we've been running together ever since.
So this has been a good marriage for this project.
Absolutely.
What Little Acts of Love does now to help veterans specifically.
Yes, because we kind of both do the same thing, but we wanted to bring both efforts together to make that connection, because so many people are doing the same thing, but nobody's making that connection. So we need to make that connection so that this project can take off.
Absolutely.
Collaboration is key. So often we do have a duplicity and sometimes multiplicity of services. So it's nice that you guys went, hey, you do this, we do this, and here's this project. What do you need veterans to do first? Are veterans signing up, or are they aware of the program? How can we help get that word out? What's going on?
Well, I'm hoping that when they saw the article or saw the brochures mailed to them, they didn't think it was bogus, but this is a real project.
Why would they think it's bogus? Because it's free? Is it completely free?
It is completely free. We're not going to ask you, we're not going to come back a week later and say, you owe us money. No, we're not going to do that. When we say completely free, that's what it means, completely free of charge.
So how is this being funded?
Through donations. We have a number of fronts trying to put this together. One of them is getting the projects, the volunteers, or not the volunteers, but the veterans to give us the applications, suggest work they need help doing or may not be able to do on their own. And then we want to line up the volunteer teams, and we'd like 30 to 35 teams. And that actually is well on our way. We have a lot of organizations that are putting teams together. So that's a very exciting thing. But we also need to go out and fundraise to cover the costs. Those teams that are unable to buy the materials for their project or projects, we're going to provide for them. So we've got that and a lot of other logistical costs associated with it. But that's just the beginning. What our goal is to raise enough money to have excess proceeds left over to donate to Save a Warrior
nice.
Corporation.
Very nice.
And that's an organization that has had, with 22 suicides a day by veterans, this organization has had a 100% success rate with the program they put them through. So our goal is to raise as much as $50,000 to donate to that affair, that organization this year. So it's not just raising money, but obviously that's really important.
Obviously, there's very good reasons to get involved in this project, Operation Renovation. So the first thing we need is veterans. If you're just hearing about it now, who should a veteran call and how do you apply?
They can call Kelly Coates directly at 610-372-8433.
372-8433, 610. Call Kelly. Is there any criteria other than I'm a veteran and I need some home repairs?
Actually, no, really. I just
Pretty cool.
need to know exactly what you need done. And it's for the widows of veterans and widowers of veterans.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
Veterans and veterans' families.
Exactly. I'd also like to say that our cutoff for projects this year is 60. We're going to double that for next year to 120. But this year is 60, so we're looking for as many projects as we can get. We may need to triage some. Some homes we may feel need the assistance more than others, and we may have to get down to that level. But other than that, there's no qualifications for submitting your project to us.
Veterans, families, you need home repair, contact NHS. Call Kelly at 610-372-8433. And Alice, what do you need?
We need volunteers still. We've been reaching out to the non-typical resources for those volunteers. I know typically NHS has gone to the corporations. I know that there are a lot of churches out there. There's other community groups have come together, especially since Katrina happened.
Yeah,
There's a tremendous number of groups out there that have been focusing on the catastrophic repairs. And I've been trying to get the point across to people that have talked to us that Berks County has had catastrophic things happen that will never get the support of the federal government. And the only way that we can take care of the problems here and to make things better for our own residents is if we step up and do it ourselves. And we need to pull the resources that we have that are going out everywhere to come in for a couple hours, for a couple of days, to help during this week, to help make a major difference for the folks within our own community and to help make life better for them.
So I'm not hearing a demand of X number of hours. Whatever you can give, please give it. Give whatever time you can that week in July. What's the number to call to volunteer? Same number.
Kelly,
Yes.
we're keeping things simple.
One more time, and that number again.
610-372-8433.
Lots of kids need service projects, and lots of kids need things to do over the summer. And this is just a feel good. If you can do something, do it. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
That's What's the Story with Operation Renovation. Enjoy a delicious breakfast, lunch, or dinner 7 days a week at Heidelberg Family Restaurant. We also serve family-style dinners in our banquet room every holiday. Enjoy ham, turkey, Pennsylvania Dutch filling, corn, pizza, beverage, and roll, priced right for adults and children. And don't forget delicious desserts baked every day in our own on-site bakery. Heidelberg Family Restaurant, the best-kept secret in Robisonia.